Hello, dear children. How are you? Today, in online class, I am going to explain oogenesis. Come with me and try to understand how oogenesis takes place in the female ovary. So, the process of formation of mature female gamete ovum in the ovary is called oogenesis. It is initiated during the embryonic development stage. So you will be surprised to know oogenesis start at the time of embryonic development stage. During this stage, a couple of million gamete mother cell or oogonia are formed in the fetal ovary. As you know, male gametes, that is spermatogonium, is formed after the puberty to help in the formation of a sperm, but here the oogonia starts to develop in the fetus. So fetal ovary starts to form female gamete mother cell. No new oogonia are formed and added after the birth of a female child. The oogonia form primary oocyte. What does it mean? Oogonia undergoes mitotic division. After that, it enter in the process of meiosis first, but it get arrested in prophase first temporarily and now termed as primary oocyte. So this is very clear that oogonia undergoes mitosis, number of oogonia is formed, but now it enter into the process of meiosis first, but get arrested at the stage of prophase first temporarily, now termed as primary oocyte. So what happens in the embryony? Again, primary oocyte surrounds by a layer of granulosa cell. Granulosa means danedar and termed as primary follicle. So when a child takes the birth, primary follicle present in their ovary from the birth. A large number of primary follicle degenerated between the birth and the puberty. At puberty, 60,000 to 80,000 primary follicles are left in each ovary. So this is very surprising thing. Nearly about only 60,000 to 80,000 primary follicles are left in the ovary when a female come to the puberty age. So now what happens in the oogenesis, try to understand. So remaining primary follicles now after the puberty starts to become mature one by one per month. So we will discuss about it in the menstruation cycle. The remaining primary follicles get surrounded by more layer of granulosa cell as well as a thicker layer now termed as secondary follicle. Secondary follicle then give rise to tertiary follicle. Tertiary follicle is characterized by the presence of fluid-filled cavity known as antrum, and the layer that covers the tertiary follicle is organized in two layers, that is inner theca interna and outer theca externa. Primary oocyte grows in size and completes first meiotic division. It is an unequal division forming a large secondary oocyte and a tiny first polar body. So all these things, as you know, primary oocyte is formed in the embryonic stage where is surrounded by the follicles. Now after birth, childhood, and when a child comes to the puberty stage, it is undergoes first meiotic division uh, and forms first polar body and secondary oocyte. It secondary oocyte now retain much of the nutrient rich cytoplasm of the primary oocyte. the tertiary follicle at a time changes into mature Graafian follicle. That means when secondary oocyte forms inside the ovary that is surrounded by follicular structure, that is termed as Graafian follicle now. So inside the ovary, primary oocyte forms secondary oocyte after first meiotic division, and at a time follicle, that is tertiary follicle that surrounds the ovum, is now becomes mature to form Graafian follicle. The secondary oocyte forms a new layer now termed as zona pellucida around it. Now it is known as secondary oocyte. So Graafian follicle now ruptures to release secondary oocyte. So it is very clear that not mature ovum is released here, secondary oocyte is released from the ovary after the rupture of Graafian follicle by the process of ovulation. So this is the process when ovum released from the ovary after rupturing of Graafian follicle is called ovulation. So now here only secondary oocyte is formed after fertilization. This undergoes meiosis second that completes meiotic division and forms second polar body and ovum. So now ovum, that is complete mature ovum, is actually result of the fertilization. So meiosis second division complete after the fertilization, not before the fertilization. So sometimes it is written as secondary oocyte is also termed as ovum, but no, secondary oocyte undergoes meiosis second and forms second polar body and ovum. So now this is clear that secondary oocyte undergoes meiosis second, and when the meiosis second completes, then ovum with second polar body is formed. So first polar body also undergoes meiotic division that completes their meiosis second division. So two polar body is formed. So two polar body from the first polar body, and secondary oocyte also forms second polar body. So total polar body is formed 3 that degenerates, and ovum is released from the ovary. So this is termed as ovulation. So what happens in the ovulation process? This is the schematic representation of oogenesis process. Mitotic differentiation in oogonia forms primary oocyte. What does it mean? It undergoes meiotic division, that is prophase first. After that it is arrested. That takes place in the fetal life after the birth till the childhood puberty. First division first meiotic division takes place to form first polar body and secondary oocyte that release from the rupture of the Graafian follicle, and secondary oocyte undergoes second meiotic division. That means after fertilization, second meiotic division completes to form second polar body and ovum. So what is the ploidy? Oogonium has diploid. Primary oocyte is also diploid, and when it undergoes to form secondary oocyte, that is the result of meiosis first division, is now haploid, and ovum, that is result of meiosis second, where the meiosis second division is completed, so that is also haploid. So all these events are shown in the ovary, what happened, developing follicle. So here you are able to understand primary follicle surrounds the primary oocytes. Inside follicular follicles, the primary oocyte is present. So follicles are developed around the oocyte. Secondary oocyte is formed. When the secondary oocyte forms, so this is very important question, when ovulation takes place, at the time of ovulation secondary oocyte release, not ovum release, remember that. So mature follicle ruptures and secondary oocyte release, that is haploid in structure. So after fertilization, that undergoes meiosis second and completes meiosis division to form ovum and second polar body. So now this is very clear that how oogenesis takes place in the female. This is a schematic representation of spermatogenesis and oogenesis. This is very important question. Sometimes diagram based question, a sketch is given and different types of questions are related with this. So try to understand spermatogonia undergoes differentiation but at the time of puberty in male, but in oogenesis primary oocyte is formed at the time of embryonic development. Secondary spermatocyte is result of first meiotic division in primary spermatocyte, and here secondary oocyte is formed with first polar body when primary oocyte undergoes at the time of puberty meiosis first division. As you know, prophase first is arrested um, in the primary oocyte, and the secondary oocyte release from the ovary, that is known as ovulation. And after fertilization, it undergoes meiosis second to form second polar body and ovum. First polar body divides to form two polar body and second polar body, so total polar body is formed three that degenerates and form one ovum. So one spermatogonia forms four spermatozoa, whereas one oogonia only forms one ovum. So this is also ploidy, that is number of chromosome. Oogonia has 46 chromosome. Primary oocyte is result of mitosis differentiation, so it has also 46 chromosome. Primary oocyte undergoes first at puberty stage, so form polar body, and secondary oocyte first meiotic division completed here. So now secondary oocyte release from the ovary when Graafian follicle ruptures, that is called ovulation. So try to understand oogenesis and ovulation is different stage. This takes place but at different stage, and secondary oocyte again undergoes meiosis second division, but it is after the fertilization. Second polar body and ovum is formed. So that is also known as ootyte, and thus oogenesis takes place in the female in the ovary. So the formation of female gamete in the ovary is called oogenesis. This is very important question. What is the differences between the spermatogenesis and oogenesis? Here I have given you point wise what are the differences between them. So where does spermatogenesis and oogenesis takes place? Testis, and oogenesis ovary. Spermatogenesis equal division of cell, but oogenesis, remember that unequal division of cytoplasm. Spermatogenesis involved gamete production. Oogenesis involved also not involved gamete production. Spermatogenesis forms four gamete, whereas oogenesis produces only one gamete plus two and three polar bodies. Total polar body three. Size of gamete, sperms are very small in size than spermatocyte, but ova larger than the oocyte. So there is a timing also given, and this is the basic differences between the spermatogenesis and oogenesis. Thank you, and I hope that all of you now understood what is oogenesis and what are the differences between the spermatogenesis and oogenesis.